Well then. And we are live. And we've got things set up. We've got the cropping adjusted pretty nicely. We've got a seed with a beaky green fly, cricket leech, another beaky green fly, and a fire crawler. And a smoky mistress on the mic. Please pardon my little absence for a bit from things. Yes, there were a couple other things that temporarily got in my way, so to speak. But wanted to hop in on comms for this one, especially as it turns out that even though I watched many community members say they have wanted to jump in and sign up for comms in the SMRAT races and tournament. Several of them more recently still go commless, or then are calmed by self-calmed by one of the runners themselves. And welcome in, Bugs. We'll pass that GL along for you. It's a round 3 in this alternative winners bracket. Round 6, or excuse me, match 3 in L round 6, or AW round 6, and it's a battle of the Brits. So it turns out, Bagel Thief versus Ddraig. Both a couple of mates of mine, a couple of fine chaps, blokes, gents, and the like, and with that, they're off already. So it turns out, a bit of the delay, Ddraig with just a couple seconds head start on Bagel. And using the Moonfall to get on down the parlor nice and quick. Oh, just misses that little shot on the floor door. But and straight on down from there, down the climb. Oh, picking up several seconds already on Bagel, who is not using the Moonfall. But let's see how many pits Bagel hits in the Tor Ruins, Old Mother Brain area. Okay, about the same. So what are we thinking for our first items down here in Retro Blue in the lobby? And down here at the morph position. Ooh, these lucky two fellas with a space jump already. An item that, Ddraig almost forgetting you didn't have morph ball there, a force of habit. We've mostly all been guilty of it, I want to say, at some point. Seems like no game audio? Well, I'm pretty sure you should be able to hear me, as I had a brief test of the echo before I muted it to start. That of course means morph is in the ceiling. We're presented with a first pack of regular, boring old pistols over there at the Christmas tree side. Oh, thank you, Bugs. And that means, of course, Draig's next up, and Bagels as well as the construction zone, giving us a synergy tank numero uno. For a count of 1 and 0. So yes, as I was about to mention a bit earlier, Space Jump is an item that serves you well if you know how to properly use it, and can be a little tricky and perhaps a little finicky if you're not messing with it just as intended. I mean, just straight left or straight right, you're pretty much straightforward. If you're trying to go right up or up somewhere at an angle, it's usually a good idea to do some circular somersaults. Go in a circle before you press jump again, or jump and then turn around before you press it again. Oh, it looks like we've got game audio going on now. We've got both runners. We've got sudden sync, actually. Close to sync. Both runners have made it back on up to the parlor. All the same items. Bagel Thief picked up those few seconds he lost to Ddraig earlier in the climb, it looks like. And nothing but those 5 missiles to use on Bomb Chozo's pink door, but first pack of sliders in the Bomb Chozo's claws. Big shocker there. So we've got hamburgers. Coincidentally, something I had for supper last night at my my father's birthday dinner, as it turns out. Happy birthday to him. And a bit of route divergence to follow. This takes Bagel Thief back out to the landing site, and it looks like he's gonna head on up to the volcano. He's going to head on up here and visit my fellow gal bear, PBB. And check out her polar bear power bomb item. As Ddraig shows us a second pack of pistols. Second Mac of pistols. There in the cavity dental root canal. And yet a third one in the volcano. Boy, that's even worse than vanilla. Oh, how mind-numbingly boring. How ZB-shatteringly, excitingly boring. But let's see where Bagel is going to go from here. Bagel cannot yet. It would make little sense for him to go through the gauntlet right now. He could go through and check out the front door item, but if it's not more power bombs, screw attack, or regular bombs, actually it would have to be some kind of bombs, but otherwise he wouldn't have been able to get out. So Ddraig is going to check our back door. Gauntlet items. See, just past the Terminator item, and oh, double supers. Looks like the Terminator item was just more missiles. It was like he has max 15, so it looks like it was just more missiles. I didn't see it exactly, but yeah. As far as I know, I just checked the tracker to see about Draig's Terminator pickup. Of course, unless you have an unusually good memory about such things, Terminator is an item you'll want to pick up the first way through, no matter what it is. Yeah, it was just more missiles, okay. Or unless, for whatever reason, you're coming back up through Green Bryn and back up to Criteria that way to get to Torian. And we've got more hamburgers on the ground floor of Early Supers. Early Supers itself yielding us just more lousy regular missiles. Now, how, I really doubt it, but I suppose it's a possibility. How interesting would it be if those... Okay, never mind that. I was about to say how interesting would it be if those 2 super packs in the back of Gauntlet were the first required supers, but don't need to worry about that anymore. We've got a vanilla-flavored Ron Popeil situation in the back of Brinstar Reverse. The reverse tank itself item is our first supers. Welcome to some power in your shots, and the ability to show your frustration at certain items. The ability to shake the screen at things that displease you. Ddraig, and soon Bagel as well. There's a second pack of power bombs. Bugs, you are correct. Technically, those supers would have logically required Speed Booster to collect, so those are not the first in-logic supers. Perhaps they'll be down here at Edakun's E-Tank. I was not thinking in logic. Oh, there they are. Was not thinking in logic there to begin, but there, I guess those would be the first in logic supers. for us. Right behind them, E-Tank number 2. Edakun's Soups. Giving us a count of 2 and 0. And Ddraig rolls back out in Morph Ball form. That's kind of interesting. And not employing my strategy of just using power bombs throughout that room, but runner's prerogative, and he will meet the charming little coons down there in the wall before they even start their wall jumping demonstration. Oh, he takes a little tumble there, but climbs back on up. Oh! Moonwalks right backwards into some vanilla-flavored Edakun power bombs. Gets the mock ball out on the first try, nicely done. This Bagel Thief picks up that second E-Tank, which comes at a handy spot for him, was getting a little low on energy. So, pretty standard path to follow. Ddraig is into the Decora Dance Hall. Bagel Thief's through the trapdoor, also not using my patented power bomb method. He's just collecting B-toms on him and blowing them off with a missile, which works as well, but costs you a little more energy. Yes. Just more vanilla pistols there at the big pink mid item there. And Ddraig laid his power bomb a little too far to the right there to open the blocks en route to Mission Impossible. Ooh, takes a hit from the first hopper. Oh, and a hit from the spot. Oh! Okay! Hit from the spikes and another hit from the second hopper equals death, with no save. Unfortunately, that will put Ddraig back to the start and 10 minutes behind. Seconded, Daniel. Truly unfortunate. Which I do not say disingenuously. I truly mean it, but Ddraig, refusing to be deterred, gets back up, dusts himself off, perhaps reminding himself that for all he knows, the same thing could have happened to Bagel. Bagel wisely taking out both a missile and a super each on those two giant hoppers in Mission Impossible, which ends up giving him another little expansion of 5 supers. The giant hoppers have 320 total health, so if you pump a super into them, then you could do away with them after that with just one regular shot from the your normal beam, normal pea shooter. And speaking of giant hoppers, one more in the Wavegate room here. Bagel is going for the high jumpless setup, a strat at which I am getting a little more skilled, a little more fluency. Oh, might he have gotten it there? He did, indeed. Nicely done. Got himself good and flush with the wall. It was just missiles and all that work for something he didn't even want. Oh, never mind that. I suppose it wasn't that much work. His next stop will be the backdoor Spospo. Notice this being, as I like to say, Spospo, minding its own business, sitting with a cup of coffee reading the paper, completely oblivious to the fact, even though it's happened hundreds of times now, still somehow oblivious to the fact that some bounty hunter chick from another planet is dropping in his back door now and taking some nice, hopefully useful piece of equipment right out of his little hutch there, which in this case turned out to be E-Tank number 3, Spospo Supers. Count 3 and 0. Okay, Bagel's back out of there. Found something he wanted. Oh, and decides he does want these missiles, the charge missiles over here. perhaps just to kill a spare moment while he's waiting for that power bomb to explode. Oh! Charge beam trolling him with a reverse tank, and yielding us a count of 3 and 1. Which will bring Bagel into the Bryn Stairs Green Hill Zone, finds more supers in the Giga Pipe, as Ddraig returns to bomb Chozo, and recollects the power bombs. Now, he did not go back out to the landing site first. He just went straight down to Cavity Dental, and then straight west over to the Terminator. I don't see any immediate giant reason he would change paths at this point. Yes, and plus he knows what's at Cavity Dental now, so he doesn't need to go there. Same thing that's at Terminator. And Bagel, given that they lucked out with Space Jump at the beginning, Bagel has X-Ray completely inbounds to Jet. Oh, but he gets trolled by a waiver, as they have a habit of doing in this this troublesome, treacherous room filled with spikes. Alright, then he makes it to the pink door. What then is Bagel going to find at the X-Ray item? A suit. A suit completely inbounds, completely within logic. The grab suit, the suit that originally in the 90s when I played this game I thought was necessary to properly operate Space Jump. Putting on something called the gravity suit and using something called Space Jump to defy, well, gravity. That was the way my logic worked at the time, but then I started seeing these randomizers and realized, well, apparently not. Alright, so that puts Bagel in a spot where he could go a couple different ways now. Some folks consider finding the gravity suit at an earlier point like this maybe not such a great thing. Well, I guess my philosophy is, you know, you put each item you get to its maximum usage, and you know, even if you're going to do hell runs, the gravity suit will still help you as well, even though it won't protect you from the heat. It will protect you from the lava and let you move freely through it. And he also has space jumps, so that'll help a lot with hypothetical hell runs as well. Hell runs, with the exception of the B-Tom Speedway Bubble Mountain one, in the case where Varia is at Bubble Mountain. Hell runs will never be required in the SMRAT seeds. Bagel Thief blows open the power glass, which is usually a pretty good policy to do if you have gravity suit already. Opens the power glass prematurely, I mean to say. Ooh, Ddraig! Ddraig, please be careful. Back in submission. Oh, Ddraig! Okay. Ddraig survives. Knocks out the... Oh, but it cost him his last super. Oh, that S-U-X with a capital S. Owie. Looks like Bagel Thief found, I believe it was more power bombs at Kraid's missiles, so he collected them. Power bombs locked behind power bomb blocks. But fortunately, Bomb Chozo, as in so many cases, was generous enough to give them to the runners right away. Ddraig also not interested in a simple reverse tank. Unfortunately, Ddraig did not find out what was at Mission Impossible. He just ran out of supers there before he was able to pop that block and drop on down, so that might be nagging at the back of his mind here. He's going to farm these Zebs, probably fill back up on health, and perhaps also get another super back or two. Then maybe go back to Mission Impossible. Kraid, meanwhile, still has not too much worthwhile, just another pack of pistols right behind him. Bagel is not interested in those. They are not Bagels. They are not donuts, they are not hamburgers. He will have nothing to do with them. Oh! Shoots out that little 1-inch hole in the ceiling there. Key Hunter drops right on through it. Drops right through to knocking a bunch of plaster on him and dropping right on Samus's head. Oh, that's got to be fun. You just happen to oh, jeez, and just more pistols at Grade Z Tank. Well, thanks a lot for a big fat nothing. True thing, WJG. We could all do with a nice glazed or frosted donut. Or as my friend, not close personal friend, but one of my favorite comedians, Jim Gaffigan, once said, "You know what the difference is between a cake and a muffin? Nothing. A muffin is a bald cupcake." That's it. And look at this. More power bombs Bagel Thief does not want. He's full of hamburgers, but Charge Beam has been located up here at the high jump missiles. BT wants that. BT in this case being Bagel Thief, not Bomb Terizo. Also finding the second reverse tank. The high jump E tank. Extending our count to 3 and 2. A full baseball count, not quite so full in a situation like this here. Okay, Ddraig gets his gravity suit, but he's gonna have to be hella careful on the way back out of here. The gravity suit still will not protect you from these spikes. Spikes counting as environmental damage, and Bagel Thief, by the way, checking out the Croc Escape item before he left Norfair, which was the X-ray scope, so we'll see if he collects that on the way out. Ddraig is still not out of the woods here. Okay, he does have space jump, that'll help. He's collecting... Ouch. Dang. Blast. That's 2 deaths. With still no save. Oh dear. Bagel Thief, now into Meridia, finds the Spazzer Beam at the Main Street Missiles and vanilla-flavored crab supers. Oh, poor Ddraig. Well, he knows where more things are now. He is still not giving up. He is still refusing to be discouraged. Quality that must be admired. As Bagel Thief is going to drop on in and pay a visit to Totori, Mama Turtle, to find supers at her E-Tank item, which it looks like he might or might not have wanted. It was a little hard to tell there. Maybe he just lost his space jump, which can happen, to be fair. Okay, he's on top, so he's obviously also gonna have a look at what the wall item is here. That was a little too low to see. Oh, it's more supers. Alright, that puts Bagel at a nice tidy 30 max, the magic number for the Riddler. And as Ddraig, for the 3rd time, collects his space jump, or as it's more recently also become known within the community, his Trace John. Oh, he was going for looking to employ the Rio deboost method to get the morph ball there, but Rio being a nuisance, he decides to just kill it instead, farm it, and use the space jump. Bagel exits Meridia via the escape hatch, which makes sense. He still has a very limited set of items. He does not have the wherewithal to reach Batwoon just now, unless he were to do a Crystal Flash clip. Ooh, gets nommed down here in the Power Plumes room. Alpha Power Bombs, where he finds double pistols. Oy, 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 oy. Not helpful. Not helpful in the least, just now. Crap items, as a matter of fact. kind of items that you would immediately reset on. If this were a different situation, like in the wrecked ship and it was at the E-tank. Okay, now into the Hell Plumes, aka Beta Power Bombs. Sets off a power bomb, kills all 3 hoppers, gets a 4th E-tank. Bagel has collected each E-tank we have found so far. That gives our count, puts our count at 4 and 2. And he's back out of here. So I suspect Bagel has already seen the volcano. He has been to visit my gal pal bear, PBB. Emote, incidentally. So I suspect his next visit will be to the Gauntlet, just to see what's there. And so this, or oh, yeah, somehow I was not even thinking of going east. I don't know why. But guess my mind was in Fry Guy mode, you might say. But Bagel Thief elects to just head right to the right instead. Oh, finds power bombs at the moat, and he's trying to check the crater maze item up here too, which is just more power bombs, more sliders, more burgers. He's going to have a look at the ocean item next. Naturally, this yet another E-tank. Okay, E-tank number 5, Ocean M, 5 and 2. E-tanks come in handy. I could not disagree less, Ghost Wizard. Especially if you're, well, the gravity suit will make it much easier to have a safe, healthy, and happy Fantoon fight. Fantoon and the Flames will deal 40 damage a pop without any suits. With the gravity suit, as they count as enemies, they will only be 10 apiece instead. But first, we're going to see the dead wrecked ship. Spike's item over here. It's vanilla. Vanilla never having been boring. Like many folks, I suspect I prefer chocolate and strawberry to my vanilla ice cream. But we are on and we are in. Fantoon's lair. As Ddraig resumes the early supers room. Nice in-room mock ball from Ddraig. He will get his first supers once more. And Bagel Thief trying his hand at some Dopplering. Looks like he got 2 hits on that Doppler. I've actually found semi-recently that well, that was a nice one. I actually found that it might in fact work better for me if I don't let Fantoon fly off the screen first, but just jump into the air as he's making his spin and shoot the missiles at him that way. Just see what happens. I have never been very good at Dopplering and never really had the inclination to try and look up the proper tutorial, so to speak, for it. I don't know. I guess it's something that's never really been that vital to me. But that'll close out the fight. That's 2 bosses down for Bagel. Sadly, no bosses down for Ddraig at all, as a matter of fact. His first death took place in this very room that he's in right now, pre-Mission Impossible. If you're just joining us, Ddraig is quite behind because he took 2 deaths. The first was to the giant hoppers up there, and the second was to the pre-X-ray spikes. Bagel has got has force access to the reactor room. Oh, where he finds a grapple beam. He finds a ticklish beam. Can be put to many fine uses. One of which being frying up some shrimp, should he have such the inclination. He's getting hungry by that point in this run. Ddraig's back in the Green Hills. Still looking okay so far. He's taken no more damage. That big hopper hit. Bagel showing us E-Tank number 6. Ship West Side Supers. Making our count 6 and 2. Okay. Now Ddraig knows what's over here at X-Ray now, and he wants it. I thought he might have dropped on down for the Sloater's refill first, but well, perhaps not. He's going to take it good and careful here through here. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is okay. 9 health at the moment, still alive, but I don't like the looks of this at all. If I were him, I would try to get back out and head down to the Sloater's refill. Okay, he's getting health bombed here from the fire fleas. Oh, takes another hit from the waiver. Oh, Bagel finding a nice beam over at the wrecked ship E-Tank. That'll give him access to things like Botwoon. And will also save him lots of time in Torian, as everybody knows the reason why. He has found 4 packs of power bombs. He has a tidy round number maximum count ammo, 40, 30, 20. Yeah, Ddraig makes it to the X-ray room over here again, the radiation lab, whatever you want to call it. Gets his suit. So he might opt to wait a minute when he comes back out and farm one of those waivers again. 59 health. 1 spike hit will still kill him right now. Or he might not wait. Okay. Got his speed, Ddraig. Okay, well, the good news is, gravity suit, the waivers will only do 2 damage versus 10 without any suits. Still gotta be careful, the fire fleas will not... Oh my gosh. Oh. As I was about to say, the fire fleas will not give him health when he's that high with it. He could have... Well, at 59 he could not have crystal flashed, but he could have taken, waited for the waiver and taken a hit from it, or a couple hits from it, and crystal flashed after that point. Bagel, meanwhile, happens to smoky validate. Very nicely done. At the wrecked ship attic. Oh, he was charging up his beam there. Which does a limited number of limited amount of damage. Spin jumping into enemies. Those key hunters, for instance, would kill them on the second hit. If he did that, to deal damage to both Samus and the enemy with the first hit. Similar situation with the plasma pirates. Meridia. There's our 7th E-Tank at the Sky Missiles. As I'm still running and playing Seeds and still hundoing everything, and there have been instances where I've encountered the plasma pirates and I have had to kill them with the charge beam, spin jumping into them, pseudo screwing. That's the term I was looking for, pseudo screw. Okay. There has been no activity since the countdown. As we see, Ddraig has started up once more. He's still not giving up. Well, good on him for sticking with it and sticking it through. And this Bagel is going bowling right about now. He already had a look at the crater maze item from below, which was more power bombs. If he checked the wrecked ship reverse item beforehand, I didn't. I don't believe I saw him do it. If he did and anyone saw what it was, please inform me. But he will find E-Tank number 8 at the bowling missiles. Making the count 8 and 2. Okay, he's gonna check it now. This item cannot be collected at the moment, unless speed boosters at gravity. Okay, and it's supers, so just ammunition, so that's probably a good thing. Bagel will not have to worry about. Now, Ddraig once more has grabbed his first E-Tank, his first pack of missiles. Morph and Space is once more up the climb. Just more, pardon me, supers at gravity, which Bagel does opt for. And returns out to the peninsula. Returns to the moat and the drawbridge. Still doesn't want those moat burgers. And to be fair, they're floating in the surface of a moat. They probably don't taste very good anymore. But here at King, the bomb Chozo is still serving up more patties to Ddraig, who grabs the first 5 there for the 3rd time. Still heading the same to... Oh, okay, now here then, Bagel. Gauntlet. Front door. Back, I believe. Both runners checked Gauntlet from the back as they came through. They found double supers, which Bagel might or might not elect to take. At this point, I don't think he needs them. He has charge, and he has 35 supers max. He might still want one or both of them. Totally his call. Is everything else? Okay, yeah, he just wanted to see what the front door item was. And it was just pistols at the Gauntlet E-Tank. So, he grabbed a save at the ship. He resets. Not really losing too much time at all, especially given the sorry situation his opponent has found himself in. It is indeed Bagel Thief's first save. There's an only save thus far. Had he fallen prey to the same trauma Ddraig had, he had to start back over at the beginning as well. Whoops, laid that power bomb just a little high to get on over here and have a look at the Criteria Climb super item. He's going to freeze the Boyons one by one. And that's all he needs to do is freeze them. He's just gonna wall jump on up here and check out what Climb Supers has for us. A reverse tank. Well, isn't that just peachy keen? 8 and 3. Okay. That was a fascinating little spot to freeze that one Boyon in. And have to get on top of it and morph to get back out of there. Ddraig is one more time through the Decora Dance Hall. So I can understand why he would want these additional supers from Mission Impossible. He only has 5 for the moment. But he is not going for them this time, for which I can't say I totally blame him. He is just heading straight on over to the Green Hills. Oh, gets a nice mock ball into the Giga Pipe to pick up those supers. He's sitting at 78 energy. Oh, I was about to say no missiles, but he just got 2 back from one of the Gigas. Took 2 hits from the hoppers. Putting him down to 38, gets a small health drop. Bagel has returned to Blue Bryn. His next check is going to be Billy Mays. So, yep. They have been to Norfair briefly. They didn't find anything of major progression just yet. There's the 4th and final reverse tank. Found courtesy of Bagel Thief, along with supers at Billy Mays. Giving us a count of 8 and 4, and Bagel probably wondering where in the bloody heck he's supposed to go now. Well, he can go to Meridia now. He can full clear Meridia. Not in logic, though. The Monctroid Ice Clip is not in SMRAT logic, but while he's here, he's also going to check out the Blue Bryn Power Bombs item. It's pistols. Oh, Ddraig. Okay, did he get the refill this time? He's sitting at very near full health, so he's at least in a better spot now. He definitely wants this suit, and can't be blamed either for that. Bagel returns back out through Green Hills, and not that far away from each other in geographical proximity right now. Bagel Thief's advantage right now is that he has full cleared the wrecked ship and has 2 bosses down. Ddraig. Oh, Ddraig. Okay, once again, 1 spike hit from death here. No, he can't Crystal Flash anyway. What was I thinking? Alright, buddy. Okay, making his announcement in chat. Yes, he's letting us know that he's unofficially forfeiting. Unofficially, but I guess he doesn't want Bagel to know about it, so he's not forfeiting in SRL. Which is truly unfortunate. I will send him a little... Oh, score! Bagel picks up a really helpful item there in the person of Speed Booster at the beach missiles. Oh yeah, that's a good question. Also something we will not again. But yeah, could if you like, Ddraig, you could certainly drop into the VC. If you would like to pass, that's perfectly fine too. Bagel checks the watering hole. Big fat nothing in there. Yeah. Oh, sorry to read that, Ddraig, but Trails, Ddraig unfortunately died a total of 4 times. First time to the Mission Impossible giant hoppers, and the other 3 to the X bikes. So Bagel is Bagel now has Batoon in logic. He found Speed Booster up there at the beach, and he also has the Aqueduct in logic here. He's going to have a look, see. I find it... Oh! Score again! Hmm. Actually, Ddraig, that's only what happens when you don't save. That's, well, Bagel is totally suited up. Is completely ready for Lower Norfair now. He has all the tools he really needs. Screw Attack would also be quite nice right now. And, at this particular point in Meridia, I don't blame him for not going straight back down to Lower Norfair. It's not the most convenient spot to do so. He's going to... Wow. Oh, sweet Botswoon fight. 1 round. 10 supers right into Botswoon's stupid hitbox. Running right past the Botswoon item, which is E-Tank number 9. I will note that on here as well. Even though we almost never, not never, but almost never, see all the tanks revealed in an SMRAT run. Well, it is a stupid hitbox. Everyone knows that. It's the dumbest hitbox in the game. Vanilla pistols at the precious item. And Bagel is going to see Meridia through, drop on down into the Sizzler, and take on the big sea shrimp. That could have been interpreted as the word SEA, shrimp. I meant it as the letter C, shrimp. But anywho, Bagel has a couple options to do this fight. Let's see which he opts for, or a combination thereof. Well, he's charging up a spark. He's... okay. And he's abandoning the spark. Oh! Tried to get the quick grapple on the right side, which is not an easy thing to do. Not quite as easy on the left side. And this, yeah, you have to be a little more precise to get the straightforward grapple into the turret on the right side as well. Given that Ddraig is not spinning you in quite as wide an arc just yet at that point as she would be on the left side with the turret higher up there. Bagel not checking the space jump item. Fair, no need to really. He's got what he needs. Could have been screw attack, but meh. So, back on through the Coliseum, aka Space Jump Tutorial Room. Also sort of a wall jump tutorial room. Also sort of a mock droid avoidance tutorial room. Yeah, chicken shrimp, not exactly what I had in mind, but okay, this is kind of interesting. Not well, I guess Bagel can do things this way as well. He can come into the sandcastle from Cack Alley here, and then he can go down the toilet chute and approach Lower Norfair from that side. That works as well. He is into and through the butterfly room, and here we are in the sandcastle. Yep, and doing just as I suspected. Would make little sense to go out of checkpoint now. Okay. Bagel opening the right side door in the Oasis. Get as he could there, but unfortunately I want bumps in the ceiling. In the west side, most annoying room in the game. West side Eva room, Sand Hall. But he's down the Crabba Trail. He is through the Boyon Gate tunnel type thing room. And this is going to take him straight on down to Ridley. To Ridley's Believe It or Not Museum. And I know a girl who needs a drink. E-Tank number 10 at Bubble Mountain. Amend my prior statement. I know a girl who needs a soft drink. Alright. Bagel is through the Magmire into the Helcom Cavern. And from there it's a hop, skip, and a jump into the lavatory. Don't know quite that view anymore, do you? Alright, so Bagel will just have to do a bit of extra without the help of Screw Attack, which could still be down here. Could be at its vanilla spot, for all we know. Could be anywhere else in Lower Norfair. But we are not going to see the vanilla spot. This Bagel, I might have thought he'd at least go back into the other room and try for a short charge to do the fast pillars, but is perfectly entitled to do these rooms as he sees fit. Okay. Leave well enough alone. The conversation's going on right now in chat. Alright. Worst room, nothing more than an annoyance. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Did not keep the space jump into the amphitheater. But picks it up again. Beats the acid. Always a nice thing to be able to do. Oh, tanks a hit right into that Amigo, or that Key Hunter. Also does not have plasma. He found Spazer for us, but it was out of reach at the time. At Main Street, Speed Booster locked. Speed Booster, of course, was at the beach, but Bagel did not go back for the Spazer. And he's not going to waste any shameful time in the wasteland, neither. He's just going to drop straight on down this chain Xan elevator and into the dojo to find two pirates who are always in here. Whoops. Okay, missed that. Okay, he's going to reset the room and set this up again. He wants to do this Shine Spark kill on the dojo pirates. Gets the shot through them once more, and there's a pretty direct hit on the first one. Pretty equally direct hit on the second one. Nicely done. Picks up some supers and big health for his troubles. He's going to use gravity to run straight on through that acid in the flower house. Use space jump to fly straight through this heated air in the pre-Ridley Royal Farms. That's what I've been calling it. And we reach the museum. Ridley takes off and the acid rises. Almost as if Ridley flipped a switch on the wall. Or acid switch, click. Right, Ridley not playing, well, a little nice, I suppose. He's pogoing. Bagel should be pretty fine here. Looks like his fight is almost over. He's got the color change. He's... ooh, okay. Yes, and that's it. Yep. That is a nice 30 supers, having connected, leaving him with 2. And Ridley dropping him a pretty nice even mix of everything. There's drops there. Ridley has regular bombs. How often have we seen that? That is a... it used to be charge. Now it more often, if it's not high jump, it's bombs at Ridley's spot. That's become a pretty standard, normal SMRAT thing. Oh. I'm sure few of us even want to consider that possibility, Ghost. Okay, so this is going to be a... okay, nicely done. Bagel manages to pull off a straight-up space jump, which is not an easy thing to do, but really comes in handy at that elevator if you don't have high jump. The alternative is you can wall jump off those portions of the walls that are not spikes, that are just regular ledges. That requires some precision. Oh yes, we were aware that the bombs were there. We saw. So, forcing Bagel, Bagel not having collected the bombs, so forcing him to use several more PBs to get on out of here. Greetings, Saffron. Welcome. I'll catch you up. Yes, Ddraig unofficially forfeited, just not an SRL. He didn't want that attention. He didn't want Bagel brought abreast of that development, but he died once to the Mission Impossible Giant Hopper, and then 3 more times to the X-ray spikes. So, and Bagel pretty low on health here. He's just going to take his time. He, as we point out, he does not know that Ddraig forfeited, so maybe Ddraig just wanted to mess with him a trifle. But he's taking his time nonetheless there, just knocking out the amigos. It is certainly preferable to taking a chance and tanking them and maybe dying. Just supers at the fire fleas. No need for that nonsense, even though he only 6 at the moment. And the real Indiana Jones room here, with boulders coming at him that he can pseudo-screw attack, as we just saw. Funnily enough, with the boulders, you can super them or pseudo-screw attack them to destroy them, but not actual screw attack. You can use screw attack to get through them unharmed. Ooh, boots! Boots at the Alkun Hadarubi missiles. Feels anything like a good game for me. Okay, in that case, BG, Ddraig. Alright, Bagel is on through Elm Street here. Or the Franker Musketeer room. And he's not going to have a look at this item, he's just going to stand on the bomb block to access that item. And he's going to use the Smoky Beam to properly educate the 3 Musketeers on who's the boss. Of course, so it was 1994. This was not technically true anymore, but who's the boss? The answer to that question could either be Bruce Springsteen or Tony Danza. BG Bagel game. Nicely done. And once again, oh, okay, and decides to tank that third one, leaving him with 151 health. As well, fortunately, their Samus only barefoot for a moment, setting barefoot on the planet. As they popped down to Blue Brinstar, their first boots appeared right there, the space jump. So, there we go. Alright, that's the fourth and final G4 boss for Bagel. His last stop now is going to be Torian. He plows right through the Penetrator, Great Wall, B-Tom Speedway. And he plows slightly slower through the Business Center save room. And he's up and through. A lot of things not even needing to be checked. As we know, like that ice beam area. So, yep, Bagel Thief just using his splendid full boots combination here to just leap right up the power glass room. Get right back into Everest and into Main Street. Oh, he is going to go for the Spazer. Bagel's going to take a moment to do this short charge off the ledge here. And get the Main Street item. Open the door for a bit more room. This is a pretty simple one-tap, as long as you have the reflex to press the down button right at the end of the ledge as you get the spark. There you go, and he got it. And he's up. Spazer time. That leaves him with 72 health. If you collect that item, you will still take 3 more drops of damage, completing the spark and hitting the ceiling. But not a big deal whatsoever. I'm sure Bagel is probably going to stop at the ship and grab a refill. He is going to take his second trip through the escape hatch, tickle the fish, and be on his merry way. So, several Ghost, you'll want to note Spazer on his tracker. He just got that a short while ago. So several items we did not find. We did not find Plasma, Spring Ball, Screw Attack. We did find X-Ray and Bombs, but they weren't collected. And back to the drawbridge, back to the landing site. Charge was not there, Ddraig. Charge was at the high jump. Spospo was, I think just more ammunition. No, wait a second, it was E-Tank number 3, that's right. Pardon moi, but yes, definitely charge beam at the high jump missiles. Cool. Alright, Bagel returning through the Terminator. The item is collected, so no need to embarrassingly run straight into it and trip right over it and stub Samus's delicate little toesies in the process. So, we are right on through the tumbler, through the void, in gallery. Alrighty then. So, this will also be pretty standard, pretty forward. Bagel will take out the Metroids with the Ice Beam and a Super each. Metroid's being a bit hesitant to give him those supers back, but not a huge thing. Ain't no thang, as they say, with an A, T-H-A-N-G, for some reason. I didn't make it up. Room 2, simple as pie. Room 3, 1 by 1. Room 4, we're going to employ that oh so oft-seen grouping strat. Oh, and Bagel almost looked like he might have been going for a deep that, but was facing the wrong direction. And he's in the waiting room. Does not look like we're going to see a baby skip attempt. He's damaging himself down. Just little by little. Oh, perhaps we are going to see the attempt. Okay. Oh! Alright. Gobbled right on up by the baby. That faces the correct direction, at least. Lip, 40 frames. Baby's memory suddenly kicked, as it does at just that handiest of moments, right before it kills you. Okay. No refill on the missile. Bagel. But an obligatory refill on the health is into the deserted desert. Ghidorah number 5. So, I suspect we'll see the standard, yep, ice Zepatite skip. And really not a whole point. I'm going to fire a series of regular missiles on into MB1. Take on MB2 with a combination of charge shots and probably a lot of those supers as well. Actually, I'm almost a little surprised he didn't open right with the supers and then stop when he got to 15. However he wanted to handle it. Whatever works. For yawning. It's been a bit of a long week. And we reach the catch-up phase, as Bagel has indeed employed the rest of the supers. That'll almost do it. Still got another shot or 3 to... There we go. And he's through. Damages himself on down to the... less than 400 mark. No stand-up attempt without plasma. Saved by the baby. The baby is going to be crushed to smithereens. Maybe not crushed, but blown away with onion rings. Another moment, just a spoiler alert, in case no one saw that coming at all. needed all the time to fill up Samus's 8 tanks of synergy. I don't believe Bagel collected any reverse tanks throughout the course of this, although he unearthed them all for us. They were at the Charge Beam, the High Jump Energy Tank, the Crateria Climb Supers, and the first Billy Mays spot. Just recaps for you. Begel's doing the, was doing the bit of a lag-inducing strat of just standing in the corner and steadily shooting diagonally. Then he started getting a little airborne. Alright. That leaves naught but an escape. 3 minutes. Samus carrying herself out of here on 2 3-minute legs. An entire race performed without the aid of move. Something I could not imagine. Regular straight up the climb on the right side. Coming out of the parlor, no animal visits. And Bagel Thief hits the ship, finishes and wins first place. With an official speedrun's live time. 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 58 seconds. And if you don't know what to spam in the chat after that, I don't know what to do for you. So, we'll ask if they care for an interview. And with that, Ddraig has forfeited from the race. Officially.
Where?
I'll ask if
I
they'd
don't know,
like
but all I've
to...
got is a game over
Oh, that's
screen.
right. Ddraig already told us his mic is not
He
working.
didn't forfeit, so the race would keep going, so you wouldn't know.
What?
Like a boss! Respect, dude. Fucking respect.
So, goodness, if we got a story to tell him. Wait for him to pop on into VCs. And with that, Bagel Thief is going to advance to alternative winners round 7. Alas for Ddraig, it was not his night, as he stated. Hello, Bagel? I don't hear Bagel just yet. Oh,
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry, that was my bad. Settings were in the wrong way.
Not an issue.
Oh god, that was stressful. Ddraig not forfeiting. Where did he die?
He died the first time at the Mission Impossible Giant Hoppers, and the other 3 times at the X-ray spikes.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Hello, lady. 4 times total, yes. So.
Wow. I thought I was gonna get cream for sure. When I checked wreck ship and not found Varia.
And he elected to be a bit sneaky about it because he came into chat and unofficially forfeited, but just didn't forfeit in the SRL.
That's fine. It kept my performance as well as I could do, because otherwise they definitely took it a lot more safer, knowing that I just needed to finish. So I think it's the right decision to make. I can't believe I've won. Especially coming out of Lower North with the Three Amigos and that just trying to get through them. I can't even remember the name of the enemy. Key Hunters. There we go.
Right. Well, you've taken at least 7 rounds thus far,
Yeah.
or at least 6 rounds, I guess I should say.
No, I've taken 7. I did win one in winners bracket before I got knocked down to here.
Oh, okay.
I believe although I can't really check it. I'm trying to check it now. Oh, the standings don't come up. I think I've won more races than anyone in the tournament so far, which is stupidly ridiculous. Far better than I have any right to be doing.
We're getting to the higher numbers of these rounds on either side, either bracket now.
Yes. Well, I believe, if I'm right, that puts me within the last 10, maybe, or close to it. Maybe the last 15 or so.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
in the tournament.
Well,
That's stupid.
Well, this was, yeah, I was just about to say, this is a fine battle of Brits, and Ddraig just asked a question that I was thinking of asking you. He says, important question, Bagel, Everton or Liverpool?
Neither. I have no idea about football, so I don't follow. I don't follow it. It has to be Everton or Liverpool.
Okay.
Ladies Everton, if that makes any sense. Makes you feel any better. But I'm not a football man.
Uh-huh.
More closer to Tranmere.
Mhm.
Level league, baby.
Oh, goodness. Well.
Well, GG Ddraig, thank you very much. It does not a Liverpool fan.
My dad's Evertonian. He took me to Everton when I was a kid.
Yeah. I have never been a football person, but, actually, American or European football, for that matter. But I do have a foosball table.
I
Kinda
love
fun.
foosball. Foosball is a lot of fun. I used to work in a pub and we had one, and whenever we finished for the night, we would just destroy people on that because we worked there every day.
He was not allowed to play air hockey though.
No, I'm not allowed to play air hockey because things go airborne. Yes. I'm not competitive. I don't know what you're talking about.
Air hockey can get a little crazy, but
So yeah, next round I'm going to be facing the loser of Foosdat and Toasty Muffins. So
yep, Toasty or Andrew.
I think that I said that about this one and the round before and the round before that, but that may be where my tournament life ends. But yeah, I'm stunned that I've made it this far, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah, I'd be pretty proud of that alone. So, congrats once more.
Thank you very much.
Taking this one, and you're coming away with from this race with 39%.
Cool. I didn't even look where plasma was.
Actually, I didn't either, but as long as these, yeah, as long as these things get restreamed and saved, I'll eventually go back and archive them, which I have still been doing.
Good work. It's much appreciated.
Oh yes, and I have to remind myself to actually reshare the document or spreadsheets with the Discord at some point. Oh, anything else you wanted to mention?
Other than the fact that I was losing all the way, I thought this was a pretty decent seed. I really enjoyed it. The only thing I think I did wrong was going to Rexshire. It was a toss up between going through the rest of Meridia that I could go through without speed or ice, or going to Rexshire, and obviously I made the wrong call. And once I'd done that, I thought I was losing from that point on. but not getting the dot done. Like I was so nervous for the rest of the race. But yeah, I'm really happy to win. GG
Yeah.
Ddraig.
If you could
Good
have
having you
done
on the channel.
if you could have done the yard clip and aqueduct, what a reward that would have been.
Oh my,
Man.
yeah. I think I've done that clip once in a. It was a early full randomizer seed before all the kinks were worked out, and
Oh.
both Varia and Speed Booster were in there.
That was one of my. That was my.
Yeah. So
Oh
I
yeah,
had to do that. It
I guess all
wasn't
the
a difficult one either. It wasn't set to hard. It was just set to
Yeah.
normal difficulty, and
I guess
obviously
all the kinks had not been worked out yet.
no, not at all. So I thought I've seen that. I'll give it a try, and I got it, and got the Varia that I could see, and then the Speed Booster was there. I was like, what the hell? That's not fair.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I've tried since to get the yard clip and can't do it.
Huh.
Don't know why. I've tried. Tried for a long time and can't get it. So I've kind of given up because obviously SMRAT, you don't need it, air quotes, but
Yeah,
obviously
that will
would have been
never.
nice in this one.
All that nonsense will never be forced, and I
Mhm.
think the only items not found this time were plasma spring ball and screw, and you found
They're my
everything
favourite
else.
items.
Yeah, what a bummer. Well, you found everything else, but didn't collect a couple of them. I believe you found the X-ray scope at Croc's Escape, and the bombs were,
Yes.
of course, at Ridley. Big surprise there.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping high jump would be there. That's what I was looking for. But after I didn't find them there, I was just looking, looked in the place where high jump boots were and fire fleas.
Oh yeah,
Because they were nice quick checks. Other than that, I wasn't looking any further.
yeah. It was and since you didn't have them, it was a nice getting out of the wasteland elevator. You had a straight up space jump there. That was
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Well, thank you.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna
well,
call it a night. Thank you very much.
oh,
Thanks
that's
very
right.
much for commentary.
Oh, of course, you're welcome. It was a pleasure, and it's midnight for you, isn't it now?
Almost
It's
11 p.m.
Oh, you still oh, I thought okay.
No,
I thought it
not
went back
quite.
to 6 hours at some point, but
No,
all right.
it's
Well,
usually 5 hours, and then it goes to between here and Eastern. Usually 5, and then it goes to 4 for a little bit, like it did at the start of this tournament, and then it goes back to 5. It's never 6 between here and Eastern.
well, I'll go ahead and hush my little old mouth about that again, and then
It's okay. It's something you heard.
well, love to lady for me, and lots of did she just say something?
What did you say? Do you want to speak to Smokey? Do you want to speak to Lady? There you go. I'm just gonna.
Wait, what?
You're speaking.
Bagel's just being a dick.
Oh, I just told him love to lady for me. That way.
Thanks, Smokey. I'm gonna head off too because I've got work in the morning. Yay.
All right. Well, to both of you, especially right now, sweet dreams, and yeah, everybody as well, of course. Whatever time you next close your eyes for a few delightful, soothing winks.
Okay. Night, everyone.
Night.
And cheers all from myself as well. Take it easy. See you next time.